Well, hello. I beg your indulgences because, I have just been losing my bestest friends in the whole wide world lately. I've taken to drink. This is the hardest one since Andy Griffith. Not T. Bass, Ernest Borgnine has landed his last role. It's a sequel from here to eternity. You get it? What can I say about Ernest Borgnine? Actor, Navy man, he could do it all. Still, he was typecast as a heavy, made him sensitive about his weight. He hated when they took too long at the drive-thru and said, "Sorry about your weight." We met at a Weight Watchers meeting. He was up for the part Fatso Judson, who beat Frank Sinatra to death. Pretty bad, especially when you consider Sinatra's mob connections. There was one role against type, though, Marty. Yeah, he was a butcher, but a lovesick butcher. His fear that he's so unattractive, he'll never find love. Well, then at a dance, he meets a girl with the same fear. Of course, he ends up dumping her because, she was such a dog, hideous. He was married 5 times, though, Ernie was. And with Ethel Merman, it didn't even last 6 weeks. She was so loud, especially when singing in the shower. She shattered his glasses and his nerves. Now, with all his heavy movie roles, The Wild Bunch, Dirty Dozen, Poseidon Adventure, even Willard with the Rats didn't like him. Ernest was best known for his Navy. He was in the real Navy. He was in McHale's Navy. He was the lead in the Village People's In the Navy. Also, he did some waterworks as the voice of the Mermaid Man in SpongeBob SquarePants, his finest moment. I was with him at the end. He went for a ride, and he never came back. Payback for Sinatra. I drove, he died in my arms. His last words were, "Leave the gun, bring the cannoli." Bye, Ernest. I don't know if you realize this, Mikey, but Ernest Borgnine, who was, I don't know if it was his very first role, but it's pretty much made him on McHale's Navy, was Tim Conway, who used to always break up Carol Burnett on the Carol Burnett show. And I think he might have had that effect on Ernest, too. Because either that or Ernest was drinking heavily. Because he'd be laughing his ass off all the time. The more he screwed up, the more he laughed. And then there's that Tim Conway. I like when he walked real slow and he shuffled like an old man. That's just me, though. Enough about me. Ernest Borgnine was 95 fucking years old. He was fairly alert for that because, at almost 63, I walk in a room and I forget why. I forget where I am. Who am I? Where am I? Like that Admiral guy. Bye, Ernest. Not Ernie Brown. Not that fat man. Bye. I'll miss you.